station right here on the net. And now for my grand and most exciting finale. Listen, there's never enough words to express, how I feel when I'm joined on the show with to me, one of the hardest working women in showbiz. Again, I always say it, my mentor, my good friend, Dawna Lee Heising. Dawna!
Hey, Keith.
Hey, how you doing?
And hello to Keith's audience. Thank you so much for letting me come on at the last minute.
Oh, you know what, Dawna? There's never a such thing as a last minute for you. You are always here. You're always welcome. Every minute is I share with you on here. So no problem. No thanks necessary. Whenever you call, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Well, this has really been a wonderful year for me so far, and I just wanted to promote a few things. And I have like a new announcement right now.
You are all
the film Natural Born Filmmaker, which you're aware of because you've interviewed Steve Oakley.
Right.
It's going to be shown at the Marietta Film Festival.
Oh, okay.
So
congratulations.
We just found that out today, so I'm really excited.
All right. Look, congratulations to you, Steve, and Melody, and just everybody over there involved with that. I'm happy to hear that. Congratulations.
Yeah, so now it's going to be at the Marietta Film Festival, and it's going to be at the ALF Film Festival, and at the Fantastic Horror Film Festival next year. So that's, and Steve, it's not even finished yet. Steve needs one more week to put in the music. But he told me that he thinks it's the best film he's done so far.
Oh, wow.
So I can't wait to see it. Jack Carrington's in it, and Jack is one of the leads in a film called Mouthpiece, which is going to be directed by Richard Tavernero, who is running the Marietta Film Festival. And I have a role in the film at the end of the film, and it's a hooker named Stella.
Uh-huh.
So that film's going to be filmed sometime this year.
Oh, okay. Now, because you and Steve, you've been friends for a while, and you all are constantly working hard. What was it like to kind of come to the end of that project for you guys? When it was done, were you all happy with the outcome? And
Well, actually, that project took about a year because we filmed it we filmed it in different segments.
Right.
But I was exhausted at the end of it because it took so much work. That I was really happy. My friend Gregory Blair, who was trained at Cambridge and is a fantastic scriptwriter, he came in and wrote 2 scenes for Steve and me, and they are absolutely hilarious. I can't wait to see them. And Jocelyn Liu is cast in one of the scenes, and then Jeffrey and I are in one of the scenes, and I'm playing his wife who is divorcing him.
It's giving him the boot.
Anyway, they're both great scenes, and I just can't wait to see them. And they really added to Natural Born Filmmaker, but also the last scene had 1 million people in it, and Domiziano Arcangeli was in it, and just 1 million great people, a bunch of scream queens. So, and it was filmed at a sex club in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it's going to be a really fun film. It's going to be really funny.
That's interesting out there. That was a good. That was exciting.
Yeah.
With it. Look, that's another reason everybody make sure you go check out that film. Look, a lot of people need look, Dawna, I'm sure a lot of people are also getting ready to go see that film just because you just said that right there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, wow.
I know it's going to be really funny. So many actors in Hollywood are involved in it, and it turned out to be a much bigger project than I had expected, or that I had anticipated, and that's why it took a lot of my time last year. But the results, I'm sure, are going to be so worth it.
Well, yeah, and you know what? For me, I get happy. I like every time we talk about this because you and Steve and Gregory working together on this project. Just me having a chance to already knowing you, but then just me having a chance to sit down and also talk to those two guys as well, and just having a moment with all of you all's personalities coming together is why I can also tell that this is going to be such a great film. You got this is three great different minds here rolled up into one.
The most important thing in a film, and I've learned this over a lot of years, is the script.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you've got a great script, that's like half the battle. And Steve's a great script writer, and Gregory is fantastic. I mean, he's won 15 awards for Deadly Revisions. So,
wow.
The script
right.
is going to be great natural-born filmmakers, and so that's what I'm counting on.
That's insane.
I know it's going to be highly entertaining.
Right, and you, of course, and you, with your glory story, your success, it doesn't end there by any means. You just laying out the projects. Look, I don't want to be. I don't know if I should bring it out or you're going to bring it out, but I'll say it. Murder in Thick City.
Okay, well, actually, that's what I came on to promote. But let me also say that Chandra Gerson's Book of Choices is also finished and is headed for the film festival circuit. And I know that Chandra's going to be guesting on your show again soon.
Yes.
With some of the cast members. So that's one thing I wanted to say because she just finished editing the film. So now it's done. And then also, Jezebeth 2 from Damien Dante has been accepted into the RIP Film Festival in Hollywood next year. So I'll be covering that as Miss Galactic Film Festival for City Beat Live in the fall of next year. And I'm also going to be playing the outlaw Krigo in Jezebeth 3, Guns of El Diablo for Damien in Texas next year, at the end of next year.
Wow, you go Miss Galactic Film Fest, and
But this year has just been wonderful. I mean, I've really been working nonstop, and it's I did a music video with Maria Olsen, and I don't think we can talk about it yet, but it's really funny, so can't wait till that comes out. And then I filmed a video with Mike McCafferty, and it was called Dawna of Time, and it was just, it was with my samurai sword and just as the character that everyone's seen on my page. So I hope that comes out soon, and I can't wait to see it. So we filmed that. But Murder in Thick City is like one of the best projects I've ever been involved with, and I'm so honored and excited to be involved in the production. Right. So that's what I wanted to tell everyone about. That's
insane. And now, Murder in Thick City, is that on a theatrical level, or is it on a, is it screen, or what?
Well, it's going to be both. It's a play, and we've been rehearsing 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in Hollywood. And you know that I live in Huntington Beach, so I must really want to be able to drive to Hollywood 3 times a week.
Right.
But it's definitely worth it. So it's going to be a play, and it's going to be shown at Dinner Theater in Inglewood on March 22nd. So I hope everyone in LA will check out my posts on Facebook about it and buy a ticket. If you buy a ticket before March 13th, the tickets are $35, and this is for dinner and the play.
Right.
And my mom and my husband are coming to see me.
Right.
So I hope my friends will too.
Yeah. So let's definitely get some more people in there to make sure.
It holds 150 people, and wait till I tell you about the play. It is hilarious. It is so funny, and I hadn't planned on doing a play this year, but I had planned on doing good work this year. And so the play came along just in the nick of time. Nina Womack is the executive producer, and she also stars in the play as Angela. And she offered me the part of Layla, and I'm just so honored and excited to be in it. Like I said, the script is written by Gary Hardwick, and it is just hilarious. It really is a funny script. And so a lot of what we're working on in the rehearsals is the timing. Because, for a comedy, the timing and the script are the most important things.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, because doing it live like that, because when you're in a play, there's no takebacks.
No, it's going to be live, and so that's why we're all rehearsing so much. And the play is filled with stars. I mean, it's got, well, first of all, Detective Monroe, who's the lead character in the film, is being played by Patrick Fawcett, and he's a recurring character on Tyler Perry's The Haves and Have-Nots.
Oh, okay, that's big. Wow.
Yeah, and he just came on. I mean, he replaced the character, and he is absolutely gorgeous, and he's a fantastic actor. So he's the lead. Angel Aviles McClinton will be playing Gina, and Richie Lillard will be playing Sonique. And I recommended Richie. I worked with him in Club Lingerie, and Richie is fantastic. He's so funny. I mean, he's used to being in theater, so he's got these fantastic ad-libs. And then Niecy Knight Pruitt will be playing Gertie, and she is so funny. She's playing a grandmother figure, but she's really a young woman, and she's got a fantastic voice. She also helped write the theme song, and she sang the theme song.
Okay.
So she's amazing, and she is so funny. I mean, she makes us laugh during every rehearsal.
Right. Hey, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, I just wanted to say Nina is going to be playing Angela, and then Rico McClinton is going to be playing Damien. And Rico and Angel Aviles McClinton are, I don't know how to describe them. They used to be married, but they're best friends now, so they bring their children. They have 3 kids, and they bring 2 of the kids to every rehearsal. And they get along great, even though they're not married anymore. And then Sean Gerardo is playing Taylor, and that's another one of the lead roles. Sean is my friend. He was in Deadly Revisions, and he was also in Natural Born Filmmakers. And he's channeling Jim Carrey as Taylor, and he is so funny.
That was a question I wanted to ask for all of you guys on location there when you're doing the play. To come to work and be funny, because everybody, I'm sure has played other roles. You play serious roles, a lot of different things. How do you come to character? Like, what do you guys do to prepare to be funny? Because, do you all have to automatically go in there with in funny mode, or, because when you're giving these lines out, obviously you have to be funny with the lines. It's a comedy. How do you pull that out of you?
Yeah. Well, actually, comedies are the hardest thing to do.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's really easy to be sexy, and it's really easy for me to cry, like in dramas.
Right.
But comedy, it's the hardest thing to do, because you just have to find the best way to say the lines. And I've learned a lot from Richie, because he's done so much theater, and he's just like a natural comedian. That's why I brought him into this play, because I knew how funny he was from Club Lingerie. And Niecy Knight Pruitt is obviously a comedian, because she is just so funny, and I watch her every rehearsal, and I learn from her. So my character Layla is sexy, because it's set in a strip club.
Right.
So I'm obviously playing a stripper and a dumb blonde character. So it's a great role. She's really funny.
Right.
But for me to make it really funny, I want to make every line funny.
Right.
So there are certain lines that are just naturally funny, because Gary wrote such a great script. But I work on the script every day and at every find how I can make a line funnier.
Right.
And there are some lines that are just straight, or that are just there. So you have to find how to make it funny.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I had to ask that question, because, like you say, I was just saying it to myself. Like, it's really has to be hard, because in other roles you can put that straight face on. It's a lot more simpler to do that. But when you've got to go in there and you've got to really give an expression, because when you're doing these lines, you have to have the expression to go along with it, and that pulls a lot out of you. Like, wow.
Well, yeah, and actually, I also learned from Angela, because Angela's playing a tough black militant. And so she's got a really angry, dramatic role, but she has to make it funny.
Right.
And so she just came in with a new spin on her role, and it kind of reminds me of, like, Kanye West. How he's just so over the top and always angry, and he loses.
Yeah.
She's channeling him, and it's so funny. I watched her, like, completely transform her character, and I know the first thing is to know your lines and to know, where they come in the script. But then after you do that, with my character, I mean, she has to be sexy, but she also has to be funny.
Right.
And there are certain lines that are just naturally funny because she's a dumb blonde. But there are other lines where I have to find the humor, and I have to, there are certain things you can do, like play off other characters.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to do now. And actually, one of the characters I'm trying to play off is Rico McClinton, who is Damien, and who is Angel's ex-husband. And he's huge. I mean, if you look on my Facebook page, there's this one picture of him choking Sean. And some guy wrote on the picture that Rico's bicep is bigger than Sean's head, and I looked at the picture, and it's true. I mean, Rico's huge. He's obviously a bodybuilder.
Right.
And so he's scary, and he's supposed to be someone who is interested in me, and maybe I'm sleeping with him, and maybe I'm not. But he's so huge and so scary that, we've been doing this for 3 weeks now, and I'm just starting to connect with him, and to start touching him, because I was afraid of him before, because he's just huge, and he's Angel's ex-husband,
Right.
So now, it's like I'm starting to interact with him because I have to, and then I'm starting to interact with Sean as Taylor, because he's supposed to be interested in me too, and so those are different things that I have to do. And then I'm interacting with Taylor, and I've already interacted with Angela and Nisi, because those characters are just built in.
Right. Now,
so it's like I'm trying to find little things I can add, and I've learned that from Richie. Because every time we do a rehearsal, I see him add something else.
And the script obviously helps you guys. With the script being so well written, it must make it just a tad easier on you all too.
Oh, it's a lot easier, and then also Gary comes to every rehearsal too, so he can see. I mean, he just added a line for me last night.
Wow.
Which is a really funny line. So he watches us all, and he knows. I think the script's locked now, but he's been watching us, and he knows what to change. And so the final play is just going to be perfect.
Right. We're looking forward to it. Now, listen, you're still working out. You're looking great. How often?
Thank you.
How often are you getting to exercise? Do you find time to fit that in every day now, or how do you do?
Well, Keith, really, this play and working out are taking all my time. It's like I have to fit in everything else. I gave up pole dancing, but it's lucky I took it for 4 years, because actually I think I may be pole dancing in this play, because there's going to be a pole, but I have to figure out what moves I can do in a dress. So, anyway,
Yeah.
but I stopped taking lessons because I really want to be in Ted's film. I mean, that's something that I really, and I know you're in it, so that's something. Now, since Ted talked about it already, and there's an Indiegogo already on it. It's called 10 Violent Women, and he's using bodybuilders in it. So as soon as, and I've worked with Ted before on Paranormal Extremes, Ted's Messages from the Dead. So I love Ted. I loved working with him. I publicized Paranormal Extremes, and my husband helped with the filming of Paranormal Extremes. So I desperately want to be in on 10 Violent Women. So as soon as I heard about it, I stopped pole dancing and I started bodybuilding, which is really easy because I've got a squat machine in my house. I've got like a pull-up bar. I've got a pole so I can pole dance at home actually, and I'm doing inverts every day because that's good for your core. I've got a sit-up machine. I've got a treadmill. I've got a pull-up machine, and then I've got a push-up machine. So,
you know what, and you know, sorry to cut you off, but you know, I just wanted to say to everybody, listen, Dawna, I'm really, you know, and I know this conversation is about you, the show is about you today, but I just wanted to say that I just wanted to say
about you because you're gonna be in the film.
But you know what? I was getting ready to. I just wanted everybody out there to know that, you know what, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm really looking forward to Dawna and myself working together. You know, not just because, you know, she's a master at her craft, but also for a lot of people out there, again, you know, as may have heard me say before, Dawna had a lot to do with, you know, me and just kind of how successful I am today, and you know, so I always commend her and I owe her for that. So it's really a big deal for me to be able to have chance to work on, as a matter of fact, my first film, you know, of really playing a role with Dawna. So that's a real big deal to me. You know what I mean? So
well, I'm really proud of you. I mean, your show is just blown up and it's wonderful, and I'm looking forward to staying with you in Las
Hey,
Vegas.
hey, you know what? That'll be great. Look, I tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun times. We'll be on set, we'll be off the set. That's going to be exciting, like so much.
Yeah, finally I have someone to run lines with. You know, I actually just heard from Ted that he'll be in contact, which is why I'm talking about it.
You know what? I'm glad you are. I'm glad you are talking about it. As a matter of fact, and I know it's going to happen like that. So I'm looking. That's why I say now.
I worked really hard because I mean, and actually, I did a music video with a real bodybuilder last year, and her name was Lauren Powell, and she's an 11-time champion. So she took a picture of us on the set and posted it, and I looked at my arm next to hers, and her arm was like snow cut, and mine was just all flabbed, and this was last year. And right around that time, I heard about Ted's film, so I thought, oh, okay, this is crap, you know, I gotta stop pole dancing, and I gotta start bodybuilding. So I started working out and working on my muscles and lifting weights. I've got all these free weights too, and it's not fun for me, but I started like lifting weights again last year, and now I can finally see that I have biceps again, and I finally feel like I look like a bodybuilder, which is good because I just did a reality show with Steve Oakley, and it's called Body Beautiful. And it's a pilot for a television series, and you know that Steve used to work at MTV.
Right. Oh, okay.
So he feels like this is the pilot that has the most potential for being picked up. And if that happens, I mean, then I've got a job.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I hope it gets picked up.
But you know what? No, because I had seen the pictures of you standing next to the bodybuilding lady before, and I looked at those pictures again the other night, and I wanted to ask you, were you already working on your legs before you took that picture, though? Because honestly, your legs are looking pretty strong in that picture, Dawna.
I think, you know, I've taken ballet my whole life, and then I started taking pole dancing. So my legs have always been really strong, and I've always had a six pack just because I've been exercising those areas. But really, with your arms, you have to lift weights. I mean, pole dancing doesn't help your arms. So what I started doing was I started lifting weights, and I've noticed that. Well, in the first place, I've lost like 5 pounds. So I did a bodybuilding video for Steve, like just a test one, like maybe 2 months ago.
Right.
And I've lost 5 pounds since then, and I think that's important for a bodybuilder too. I mean, yeah, it's like I did this pilot, and everyone else was a real bodybuilder. Like one of the guys, well, Lauren was in it. She's an 11-time champ. Everyone else was a bodybuilder. And then there is, I forgot his name, but I think his last name is Living Good. And he's like a champion too, and he was on the set. So I was here with real bodybuilders, and last time I didn't feel like I fit in, but this time I felt like I fit in.
Right. Are you at all able, without, and I don't want Steve to get mad at us, but are you at all able to like talk about what the Body Beautiful might be about?
I might have to have Steve come on and tell you, because actually I posted my video and Melanie wrote the script for that, and I had to take it down because there's so many people that steal ideas.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So
back down. So all I can say is that it's got a lot of real. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is that it stars Johnny Vanilker.
Oh, okay.
And he's actually won a He won a Best Actor award at the Mockfest Film Festival the year before. I won the Best Actress award for After School Massacre. But Johnny Vanilker is a real star. I mean, he guessed it. He was a star, or he starred on a series with who's the guy who is in? Oh
and what?
man, it was Karate Kid.
Oh, okay, right. Well, everybody knows Karate Kid.
Who was the young kid who was in that? Scott Dale.
Okay.
He was in a series with Scott Baio.
Oh, okay. And everybody knows who Scott Baio is, right? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't remember the name of the series, but Johnny Vanilker was on the latest series that Scott Baio did.
Right. Okay, well, like you said, we'll get Steve on and let him tell us about it, because, Steve is...
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but Johnny Vanilker is the star. Okay. So there is a real star in this series, and that's another reason why it has a really good chance of getting picked up.
Right. Now, we're doing so much, listen, because you've got a lot of projects under your belt. You're constantly working. You're constantly doing things. Do you feel like in the near future you plan to, take on anything else along with what you're doing now, or you're just going to kind of buckle down and focus on Murder in Thick City and Body Beautiful?
Well, actually, I'm supposed to be in this film called Samurai Cop 2 Deadly Vengeance.
Right.
And I'm supposed to have a scene with my best friend. Her name's Joycelyn Liu. So that's been shooting for a while. So that's supposed to shoot at the end of March. So I'm hoping, they just finished the Kickstarter, so I'm hoping that they'll be shooting my scene with Joycelyn soon. So I'll be doing that. I do have...
Right, and
there's one huge project that I can't talk about. It's a series of 5 films, and it's a fantasy adventure series, and that is going to be an A-list film. But I can't talk about it yet.
Well, and see, that's what I was talking about, because look, we're looking forward to 10 Violent Women. All right, part 2. We're talking about Samurai Cop, Book of Choices. Murder in Thick City. I mean, Body Beautiful. The list goes on, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, with so many projects, and that's amazing. I don't know how you do it, and can congratulations. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. But this year is a little different. This year, I wanted to focus on good projects. Because before, I was just doing everything.
Right.
You know, and that's the reason why I really want to work with Ted V. Michaels again, because he's a legend.
Right.
You know, so that obviously is a great project, and that's why I'm throwing myself at his feet, kissing his feet, begging to be in it, because I really want to work with a legend again.
Right.
You know that I publicize every project that I'm on.
Right.
So I can't wait to publicize Ted and the film again. Because he is a legend. I'm really excited about working with another legendary director named Mark Savage in the future on a film. It's going to be like an $800,000 film called Circus of Dread, and it's going to star Bill Oberst Jr., but really can't talk about that yet either. And then the film that I really can't talk about, the film series, that's going to be happening in 2016. So if I didn't have Mark's project and I didn't have that series that I can't talk about yet, and
look,
if I didn't have those in the future, I might. And Murder in Big City just came along, so it's like fantastic, and I bless my lucky stars to be in it. But before, when I was just doing everything, if I didn't have those films to look forward to, I might have just given up, because there are so many.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know if a project's going to turn out good, or if it's going to get made, or if people are just using your name to publicize the project.
Right.
So you just don't know, and you just have to. You just have to realize that these things happen.
Are you still are you still getting the stalkers?
Yeah, and it's amazing, because now some of them are men.
You mean I would have thought I would have thought that had started for you before.
Stalkers now, because I just can't deal with that anymore. I mean, it's like I'm focused on building a good career, and if people are going to lie to me, or people are going to use my name and go to a producer and try to get a role in something that I'm in without my knowledge, that is just underhanded and shady.
Yeah, yeah, just like that, right?
Yeah, so I just can't deal with people who do that. So I don't.
Yeah, and you know what? You've been in this business long enough, to pretty much know. And I would think at this point that, listen, in this industry, people, know each other. It's a big industry, but at the same time, it's a small industry, because people know people. Everybody talks to each other. So, for all the shady people out there who do the shady things, it will get back. So, just try to do righteous. I guess play fair. But then that's a far-fetched thing to say in this industry, though. Playing fair is not always the deal.
I would never dream of doing things like that. So, or I would never lie to someone else just to get them to promote an Indiegogo, or it's just it's to me. I mean, if you're religious at all, you just don't do those types of things.
Right.
Or if you're a good person, you don't do those types of things. That's the negative, and we want to focus on the positive.
Exactly.
And there's so many positive things coming up, and I just can't wait to work with you with Ted.
Hey, look, I was sitting there thinking about that, and I go, I wonder, what would be really interesting? If you kill me in this film.
Well, you're really close to Ted, so you mentioned it.
Right. I'd be like, Ted, I love to have Dawna knock me off in this film, right? So that's
yeah. Well, I would love to knock you off.
I know that's right.
Okay. Well, I know you just fit me in, so I won't take up any more of your time. But I'm really glad that you're going to be having Chandra Gerson and Steve Oakley on again to talk about those projects.
You know what?
And Nina too. I connected you with Nina Womack.
Yeah, and thank you. You know what? Thank you so much for that as well. And listen, Nina, if you're listening or you happen to tune in at some point in time, I'm waiting on you. So come through whenever you're ready to. And
then also, you need to interview Patrick Fawcett because I want to hear more about Tyler Perry's The Haves and Have-Nots. I mean, he's awesome in this play.
Well, look, have them. Listen, Dawna. You already know your word goes on this show, so have them to come through it, and we'll have them on. Listen, I wanted to I wanted to go back to Book of Choices for a quick second too, because I have been waiting. I know when Chandra and I spoke before, I was telling her that we could not wait, for that to come out. And so, as you said before, we're getting closer to that. We can look forward to that in the near future, right?
Well, she's entering it in a lot of film festivals, and knowing Chandra, she's such a perfectionist. It's going to be a great film, so I expect it to win a lot of awards.
Wow. Listen, that's what's up. And so, Chandra, also, I'm looking forward to you coming on. Listen, Dawna, it's always amazing to talk with you. Our conversations are literally just conversations. We just go on about different things, and that's just how it is. And listen, congratulations. I know I tell you this all the time, but look, congratulations on all your success. Keep up the great work.
Well, thank you, and congratulations on your show, and we'll be working together soon.
Yes, we will. And look, I'm gonna make sure. I don't know. I can't say that because I don't want to say things and then give away the film about what might happen between us during the film. But everybody be looking out for it. 10 Violent Women. Be looking for me and Dawna Lee Heising.
Okay, and also contribute to the Indiegogo for 10 Violent Women. It's on my page, and I'm going to share it again.
Oh, yeah, also.
I contributed.
Yeah, also, and we're contributing in as well. And to everybody out there listening, make sure you contribute to this, to this campaign as well. Listen, Ted is a legendary filmmaker. He's paved the way for a lot of what we watch today. For so many years, Ted has paved the way. If you do if you do the research and you do your history on, some of the influence that Ted V. Michaels has contributed just to the film industry in general, it's monumental. So everyone out there, make sure you go support the 10 Violent Women campaign. Not only with part 2. Sorry, let me put that in there. Part 2.
That's right.
Yeah, I know, right? We so excited. We keep saying that. But make sure you support that.
Francine York was in the first one, and she's coming back for this one.
Absolutely, and she's legendary as well. So
yeah, that's right. You need to have her on.
Yeah, I do. This is going to be a great cast. Look, you talk about Francine, yourself, myself. This sounds like it's going to be a great movie, right, Dawna?
It's definitely going to be great. I mean, it's going to be fantastic. Anything that Ted does is fantastic. It
is, absolutely. All right, listen, Dawna, we love you. I love you. And look, we'll be talking soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Everybody out there, that was the wonderful Dawna Lee Heising. Listen, it's always an honor to have Dawna on the show with me. Look, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today. It's been a fulfilled Friday. Everybody enjoy your weekend. You've been listening to the Keith Harris Show right here on the #1 station on the net. That is HotlineRadio.net. Don't forget to go on to the chat room and talk to us on there as well. I'm Keith Harris. I'll see you next week.